All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is part 2 of the video slideshow project. This is what we're going to do. Okay, so here's what we do. So we're going to, yesterday we went through and we added all our stuff. So if you have not, if you don't have this, then you need to start over here. So let's go to, so you should have a folder for your stuff. Okay, you should have a project created. Okay, you should have audio assets, picture assets, and video assets, and you should have found all this stuff. You should have this stuff all ready already. And not only should you have all your assets ready, but your pictures and everything should be organized in the order you're going to use them. So for example, I'm going to use the pre-launch goes first, and I have these, I put these in the order that I wanted them by changing the names and the numbers. Okay, so if you don't have all that stuff, then hit pause and go back and do that. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, ask me. Okay, all right, so now that we have that, what we're going to do is this. We're going to open up our project and we're going to say, hey, I want to add some videos. So I'm going to click on add videos and I'm going to go to that folder. So I'm going to go B Miller. I'm going to go to creative computer apps. I'm going to go to video, rocket launch, and then I'm going to go to my picture assets, and there they are. Okay, so I'm going to press Control A to select them, or you could do individual ones, but I'm going to open those. Okay, and it's going to add those all to my timeline. Okay, and so I will do this. Hang on. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select all these clips. Okay, so I could select one or I could select all of them. Press Control A to select all of them. And I'm going to edit them. I don't want them to be 7 seconds. I want them to be 5 seconds long. Okay, that's plenty long. Or you could go smaller, but test around with it and see. So I'm going to set it to 5, and then I'm going to play it and see what it looks like. And that's the right length. Now you saw that this thing had a little credit, so I'm gonna remove the credit so it doesn't do that anymore. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I've got all the pictures in how I like. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'll say, you know what? I'm gonna select all these things and let's go to visual effects. And if I wanted to, I could add crazy visual effects. I'm not going to. Or I could go to animations and I could say, oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and do automatic pan and zoom on all of these. Okay, so let's run that and see what that does. Okay, so it creates motion, which is really nice. Okay, and then except for the one thing, it doesn't have a transition. Okay, so I'm going to press Control A, make sure I'm selecting all of them, and I'm going to add a transition to all of them. Okay, or this one, or we could probably, there's probably something for random. See if there's random transitions in there. So maybe not. Anyway, so you can look and see if there's random ones in there. What is this? No transition. All right, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to apply that to all of them. So now when I watch it, okay, between it gets to the next slide, it has a nice transition between the slides. Okay, so that's good. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my video. So I'm going to go to add videos and photos. Okay, so then I'm going to go to my rocket launch. I'm going to go to my videos, which I spelled wrong, I think. And then I'll say I wanted to add this first one. So I open it and okay, and so I added it in the wrong spot. So I'm going to hit undo. Okay, so this is where you're at. So I'm going to click right here at the end and move it right to the end. That's where I want to add the video. So then I'm going to say add video, and I'm going to find it again. There it is. Click open, and there it places it right where it is. Okay, so we'll kind of watch it. We'll move it, and we'll watch from there. So we click on it, and
Time it when this
Emmy,
starts and when it stops.
are you going to launch this rocket or what?
If you want to have someone do that,
All right, don't press the button yet, okay? Don't press the button yet. Ethan, how are you doing, buddy?
That's the duration of
Okay.
actual accelerated
You doing good?
launching. When the smoke starts, that's when...
okay, so I don't want the end part there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out what I want. So I'm going to press play.
Time it when this
All right, so I want it from right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, I want to clip that thing. So we're going to go to Video Tools, and I'm going to split it, okay? And then I'm going to delete this part, okay? So I'm going to remove, okay? And so then let's hit play again.
Emmy,
Starts and when it stops.
are you going to launch this rocket or what?
If you want to have someone do that,
All right, don't press the button yet, okay?
Smoke starts.
Don't press the button yet. Ethan, how are you doing, buddy?
That's the duration.
Okay, so that's all I want, and then I'm going to split it, and then I'm going to delete, I'm going to remove this part. Okay, so I'm good. So now I want to add my music. So I go home, and so I'm going to add music, and I want to actually add the music right here, so I better click right there. So I'm going to add music, and I want to add music at the current point. Okay, and then so I'm going to go into my folder. I'm going to go into the correct folder. I'm going to go into my audio assets, and then I'm going to add this one. I'm going to click open, and it's going to play it all the way to the end. And so we can go to music tools, and I can change at what point it starts. So let's hit play. And it's too boring at the beginning, so I want to skip some of that. So I'm going to say, hey, I want it to go at 10 seconds in. So I'm going to hit 10, okay, and then I'm going to hit play. So it starts a little bit earlier. Let's keep going. Maybe I'll make it start at like 15 seconds so it starts faster. Okay, and I hit play. Okay, and then I want to fade in. So let's get a slow fade in, and then I'll get a slow fade out. And let's try that again so it'll kind of fade it in a little bit. There you go. Okay, and okay, so now right now I have a Windows Movie Maker file. I'm the only person who can watch this, but you want to make it to where everybody can watch it. So you're going to go, you're going to save it. It's going to save the file, and then you're going to go, so save this project, right? And then you need to publish the movie, and you're going to publish it. Oh, I don't know. We're going to save it for. Actually, not publish it. We're going to save it as. We can do whatever you want. Let's save it for the computer, and then you're going to make sure you save it in the right spot, so it's in the wrong spot. And so we're going to go Brian Miller, and we're going to go to the right thing. Anyway, and we're going to save it. So now this is going to save it as an MP4, which is a file that everybody can use. Okay, and then after that, after it renders this whole thing, you have to publish it to YouTube. So basically what that means is you have to go to YouTube, you have to make an account, and you have to drag it in there and upload it to your account, and then you have to send me the URL. So put the URL, copy and paste the URL of your finished video on YouTube into your grade scale and send it to me. Okay? That's what we're doing. Ready, break.